This was one of the prediction of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this is mentioned by Imam Tirmizi, Imam Ahmad, and it is mentioned by other muhaddithin, multiple. Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal also mentioned this. Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned that Al-Khilafah ba'di fi ummati salasuna sana. Summa malik ba'da zalika. Aw kama qala sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that the Khilafah after me in my ummah, in my nation, will last for 30 years. This was the prediction of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Khilafat, is the political system of the governance of Islam, government system of Islam, and the one who is the leader of the Muslim community, he is called and he is known as the Khalifa. And Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying that the Khilafah after me in my ummah will remain for 30 years, and after 30 years, the mulukiyat will begin, the kingship will begin, the monarchy will begin, the inheritance system, the Khilafat will transfer, the leadership will transfer from one person to the next person on the basis of the bloodline, on the basis of the ancestry, on the basis of the family, on the basis of the lineage. This will begin after 30 years. But till 30 years, Khilafat will remain the way I have, the Khilafat will remain upon the way of the prophethood, upon the way of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is what he meant, for 30 years. And that's what we know, the Khulafai Rashidin al-Mahdijin. And those are rightly guided caliphs. And we know that the rightly guided caliphs are, famous one are four: Abu Bakr, Hazrat Umar Farooq, Hazrat Usmani Ghani, and Hazrat Ali. And when you go in the details of Khulafai Rashidin al-Mahdijin, rightly guided caliphs, so you will find the fifth name as well, which is not mentioned most of the time, and there is the name of Imam Hassan, one of the grandson of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who was 1 year elder than Imam Hussein radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Good, so he is known as the fifth caliph of Islam. So if you calculate their time, their periods, so their Khilafat, consists on 30 years. Let me break it down for you. Once again, the hadith of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam is, the Khilafah after me in my ummah will last for 30 years. Means that this Khilafah will be upon the way of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam, upon the method of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and after that the kingship will begin, the monarchy will begin. But some of them will be fair and some of them will be unfair. Some of them will be just rulers and some of them will be oppressed rulers. But it will not be on the basis of the nomination. It will be on the basis of the inheritance system, on the bloodline, and so on and so forth. Monarchy, as you know, that kingship. So in those 30 years that Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam predicted, so first of all, Abu Bakr came. Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. He was the first caliph of Islam, and he was the Yare Ghar, the friend of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the cave. And he was somebody who accepted the Islam, the first male who accepted the Islam on the hands of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he is also the blessed father of Blessed Hazrat Aisha Siddiqa radiyallahu ta'ala anha, the blessed wife of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ummul Mu'mineen, Tahira, Abida, Zahida, Tayyiba, Hazrat Aisha Siddiqa radiyallahu ta'ala anha. So he was the father of Hazrat Aisha as well. So Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, his Khilafat lasted for 2 years and 3 months. So I'm giving you the breakdown of those 30 years. Good? 2 years and 3 months and some days, as Abu Bakr. And then as Umar Farooq radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, he became the Khalifa, he was nominated. And then his Khilafat lasted for 10 years and 6 months and some days. And then Hazrat Usmani Ghani radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, he became the Khalifa of Islam, and he is also known as the Zun Nurain, because he, subhanAllah, he married with 2 daughters of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When one passed away, he married with the next one, subhanAllah, so Zun Nurain. Hazrat Usmani Ghani radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, his Khilafat lasted for 11 years and 11 months and some days. And then Hazrat Ali al-Murtada radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, he became the Khalifa. And his Khilafat lasted for 4 years and 9 months. Good? And then Imam Hassan, and this is what the majority of the scholars says, Imam Hassan came and he was nominated as he became the Khalifa upon the demise of his father, Hazrat Ali al-Murtada radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. People nominated him. And his Khilafat lasted for 6 months. His Khilafat lasted for 6 months. So if you do the calculation, so it will be around 30 years.